Hey Flosstube, this is Amy from Amy Loves Toads. I'm keeping the name, just to let you know. I'll probably put Stitching Softly in the title, but I'm keeping Amy Loves Toads because that's who I am. And I love toads. And that's how everybody knows me. So this is a channel about cross stitch. It is Flosstube 47, I think. And it's March 17th, 2020. I'm not wearing green, so I stuck a frog needle minder on me. So it's just a little needle minder. Christine from Stitch All the Things gifted me him a while ago, so I love him. Let's see here. I've got some stuff to show you. Cross stitch. I have an FFO. I fully finished my button up. This is a prairie schooler pattern. I stitched it on 36 count. It was a luminous fiber arts fabric. I can't remember what the name was, but let me see if I can get closer. And I just glued it right on there, and then I stuck some of this little jute twine so I can hang it on the wall if I want to. So it can go like right there. Or I have it in my living room right now until spring, which is in a few more days. I also had a finish, like just a finish. Let's see, hold on. Here we go. Might be too far away again. So I've been stitching this for a while. This was on my Whipco for March. 2 numbers get called for Whipco, and both the numbers had this in it. So I worked on it till it was done. And I'm only stitching that much. And I will be FFOing this, and it will be a gift. But I love it, so I kind of want to stitch it for myself too. So there it is. Let's see. It is on, what is it on? Jovelin. It is either 32, I think it's on 32 Jovelin, just a white. And if I have a before and after, I'll stick it in too, which I think I do. Oh, I'm in my sewing room. This is one of the walls in my sewing room. This used to be my son's nursery when he was a baby, little toddler, and then he moved upstairs. So this right here, he's 17 now. So this right here is drawings or paintings that he did on his wall. So this is a shark eating a fish. This is just a sea creature, and that's probably just a sea creature. So when I repainted the wall for my sewing room, I just could not paint over his little paintings. So that's my son's paintings. Okay, let's see. Let's get into whips. Works in progress. I worked on my Mary Needleworker. This is by Lindy Stitches. It was a market release. I'm doing the daytime. There's a daytime and nighttime version. And I'm stitching it on the called for, which is 32 count bramble. And that is where I'm at. And I changed the colors just a little bit in my butterfly. And I changed the color on the top of my scissors. So I'm going to put in probably, before if I can, but I love this fabric. It's beautiful. I worked on my mini top frog, charted by heaven and earth, Jody B something. I worked on this quite a bit, and I will put in a before and after, like a before picture. So this is where it's at. It's amazing. I think before I was maybe just right here. I didn't have these two stalks of grass. So, and I think about right here is the end of the first row. So once I hit here, I get to come down here and go over. Love it. On Sundays, I try to work on my son's stocking. This is a Stony Creek Christmas in the Woods. I'm doing the stocking, and I'm stitching it with Jackie and Crystal. Jackie has a Flosstube across my stitches. So I'm working in this green part right here. Last Sunday, and then realized I had stitched the wrong green. So this Sunday I pulled the green out and started the green over. So I could have had more done, but I had to start over. Oh, there it is. You can't really tell anything. It doesn't look like anything. This red right here is the start of a cardinal. And this is 32 Sandcastle Jovelin. Doesn't look like anything yet. Oh, since I finished my Dark 13 stitching, what was it called? Away We Ride. I finished that, was it last month? February? I think it was. I needed a new Dark 13 pattern, so I am stitching Emily's house. So March 13th, I pulled it out and started it. So this is a new start. I am stitching it on the called for, which is 36 Oaken by Picture This Plus. This is the piece of Oaken that I had in my stash, so the borders are a little bit on the thin side, but it will be fine. And that is where I'm at. And I'm not using any of the called for colors, like floss, although I am using the called for fabric, I am not using the called for colors. Because Emily and I have different color palettes. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm going to have so much fun working on that on the 13th. So my blue, let me see what my blue is that I picked for my flowers. I have my little snail. Y'all probably cannot see that because I am too far away. Erin 2 Martini Stitcher made me that little snail. So my flowers, it's a hand dyed by Rolanda. I went on her website. She has an Etsy shop and bought some colors because I wanted some variegation in it. And I picked color 110, so 110. And that's the color I'm using for my flowers. And that's not what it looks like. It is much more gray and blue. I think in this picture, it is looking purple. Yeah, it's more blue-gray than that. But it's beautiful. nonetheless. So this next pattern, so this bag, this is fabric that Leah Noel, Aviatrix Stitcher, gave me, and I had Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. What's her name? Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. I'll think of it in a minute. She made me the bag out of my fabric. This is my spring bag. So I have some spring patterns that I want to stitch, and I started one of them. So this is a new start also. So I am stitching the bunny rabbits from Lindy Stitches. What is this called? Let's see. Bunny Lace Trio. I am stitching this one. And I might stitch this one later, but I love him. I'll show you what else is in the bag in a minute. I'll show you my start first. I'm stitching it on a Mystic fabric that Heather, Link is my homeboy, gave me for my birthday. I absolutely love this fabric. It's gorgeous. And it is called Baby Lima Bean. So there is my rabbit. Isn't he cute? His nose is not done and his tail is not done. They are going to be a light colored pink, and the lace is not done. So he's not finished, although he looks finished. Isn't this fabric gorgeous? And I'll show you what else I want to stitch on this fabric. I want to stitch that little chicken, and I'm going to make my tulips white. And what else is in this bag? Oh, this is another of my spring that I want to start, my little frog. Natalie gifted me that for my birthday. So this is just my little spring bag. Okay, this is my morning stitch. I get up before everybody. My coffee starts, and I start stitching on this. This pattern is from Top Knot Stitcher, Abby Top Knot. She has a website, and if I get a chance, I'll do all the links below and put all the people below. I'm changing the colors because I'm stitching this for our niece who is getting married in May. And their colors are navy blue, forest green, and gold. My son picked out the fabric and the floss. So this is where I'm at. I still have more of the flower. I'm going to put their initials and the date in the gold. So that's turning out so cute. My last new start is Jane Marshall. Oh, I don't have a picture. I didn't print the picture off because it was a PDF. I just printed off the pattern and use this as a back. So I will put a picture in probably here of what it looks like. And this is where I'm at. Just the alphabet. Let's see, and I am stitching this on earthen, 36 count earthen by Picture This Plus. And that is the Baby Scott Outback Sow or Baby Scott Back Sow. I don't know, but it's Jane Marshall from Hands Across the Sea. Okay, that is what I stitched and what I did and what I finished. Let's see, I received some gifts. Norma, I have talked about her before because she has gifted me floss and all kinds of other things, project bags. She's made me stuff. She stitched this for me for my birthday and sent it to me, and I'll probably take a picture of it so you can see it closer. But she made me, let me take the little pin out real quick, stitched me a biscornu and made it. I have it by my stitchy spot so I can stare at it. I love it. Okay, now I might stand up a little bit. The little pin that sticks in it, she made the pin too, and it has a toad on a mushroom. A toad on a mushroom. Let's see, get him in the light. Ooh, see that toad? It's so cute. I love him. Thank you, Norma. I received this, which I love, because I love Winnie the Pooh. This is from Angie Bubmy and Becky of the Obsessed Stitcher. She had a giveaway, and I want to stitch this one right here with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and do like just half the tree and cut off the border, so it's just the tree and the characters, and I'll dull it down. I like my Pooh Bear to be more yellow, like that. I don't like an orange Pooh Bear, so I'll make it and dull him down. So thank you. I love Pooh Bear, and she sent a card with it. Let me put this down here so I'll have more room. And then Janine McGowan, she sent me a beautiful, look at that card. What's it got? Let me see what it's called. Quilling. Quilling? So when they curl that stuff. Thank you, Janine. I love you. I have some haul from Market. I went to Market Days at my sorta LNS, so it's a SLNS because it's an hour away. So I don't know if it's my local needlework. It's the closest needlework shop to me, which is House to Roll in Williamsburg, Virginia. So I got more than I was planning to get, with a little help from my friends. You know who you are. Love you. So here we go. You ready? I got the Coffee First by Brenda Gervais. This is adorable. And I ordered the spoon too, but they're not in yet. So House to Roll is getting the little spoon for me. I picked this one up. I was not planning on picking this one up, but I saw it, and it's going to be a gift. This is Hands-On Design. I love it, but I know somebody else who would love for me to stitch this for them. She's not a stitcher, and so if I stitch this for her, I think she'd love it. And I picked up the white, so I got an antique white 40 count, so it'll be a little bit smaller. I picked up the Scarlet House Icy Red. I picked this up for a reason too, which I will show you on my next Flosstube. I will probably be stitching that red in one of my favorite grays or blacks, which is Garden Gate. And Leah Noel told me about soot, so I ordered a skein of soot. And what was that? Is that General Arts? I think that is a general arts. So. This was not planned either, and I got it. I love it. The Visitor. I can't read that backwards. I don't know what it says. Hold on, y'all. The Blackberry Rabbit. Isn't that beautiful? It's taken from a sampler. So, and I went ahead and got the fabric for that, but it's not the called for. I just saw this fabric and I loved it, and I was like, oh, that would be cute on that. So this fabric is Angel Hair, 36 count, Weeks Dye Works. And my light is, I don't know. It's a little more creamy. It's creamy. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can tell. So put it back in the bag so I know when I go to start it, I have linen. My very, very favorite at Market this year is this one. I'm going to take it out. It's by Janine McGowan from The Blue Flower. I absolutely love everything about this. And cannot wait to stitch it. I'm going to start collecting the threads because I actually like Weeks Dye Works threads. It calls from mostly Weeks, and I love stitching with Weeks. There's a lot of DMC also. One Gast and one Color and Cotton. But I think I want all those Weeks. So I'm going to see what I have in my stash and then start collecting the other ones that I don't have and get some fabric. Okay, I had to get, let's see if I can do this without the glare. I had to get Seeking Refuge. So this is kind of the companion. I don't know if she meant it to be a companion piece to A Perfect World, but it looks like a companion piece. And as you know, I might put it right here. I finished A Perfect World, and it would be beautiful framed and displayed right beside it. A Perfect World is in my living room. Is on the wall in my living room. So I think that would be so pretty. And I'm not reading that for y'all because it's too long. And I don't read in public. Okay, and then the last thing. I got this. I had to get it. There are so many projects in here. This right here just draws you in. And then the rest is just... So the first one I want to start, and I looked at fabric. The mailman might be here. I had my door closed. I hope that's not bugging y'all. They love to bark. This is the first one I want to do. Let me make sure there's not a pattern yet. Okay. I think it's like a sewing roll. I looked at fabric. I'll get it later. I need to stitch some other things first. But when I go to stitch something, I think I want to do that first. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's a housewife. A housewife. I also, if you guys have a minute, I want to stitch that and put it in that little matchbox. So we keep matches in the bathroom. They're just very ugly matchbox in the bathroom. And I think if I stitch that, got that cute little matchbox, stuck the matches in that little box and had it in the bathroom, that would be adorable. And I'll put like sandpaper on the side so you can like strike your little match. Okay, that's my haul. That's my market haul. And it was, love it all. I want to start it all. It's wonderful. Oh, thank you for making that possible, everybody. The shops, the designers, whoever organized it all. Thank you, Janine, everybody. Let's see, I had a drawing for some Color and Cotton floss from my last video. So I did the little picker thing, and it is Karen Bowman. So Karen Bowman, either message me on Instagram, or I'll put my email down below and give me your address, and I'll send you some floss, and I might throw in another little goodie. And other than that, I have a couple shout out. Is that what it's called? Shout out? Floss tubes that I watch. So, Space Cat Crafting. I don't know how many floss tubes she has, but she's in Williamsburg, and she is starting a new segment on her floss tube where, well, let me give you a little history first. She works in a museum, I believe. She is like a history major, works in a museum. So she is going to start doing a segment on needlework, historical needlework. And she's going to pick somebody and then tell us a little bit about it. So Pam, you might like this. Pam from Just Keep Stitching. It's like a historical thing. The first one she did was, let me get my glasses on, y'all. Laura Standish. Her work was not dated, but it was like around 1640? Probably, yeah. Because she says that Laura was probably born between 1627 and 1631. And she gives you more information about Laura Standish and her sampler that she did. So it was really neat. I loved it. I'm excited about this little segment. So it's Space Cat Crafting. The next one I want to tell you about is Married with Stitches. They are so funny, and their last floss tube, which I don't know what the number was, but they had like a brick wall behind them, which I want that brick wall in my house, and toilet paper hanging, and they were dressed up like circles under their eyes, and it was hilarious. So go see them. And then Andrea's Cautionary Tale. I love her. Y'all should be watching her. She's fabulous. So I'll write their names down below too if I think about it, or you know. What else? So okay guys, that is it. Love you. Bye. Two more things. I'm going to put in a video of my frog in the pond. This is just one of our frogs that we have in the pond. He is a green frog. That is his name, Green Frog. When he croaks, he sounds like a rubber band or your hand running across a balloon. They have not croaked yet, but they are out when it's warm and sunny. Also, my pond looks really bad right now because I'm not cleaning it yet until I know all the frost is gone. What else? Oh, and another thing. I watched Harry Potter number 3 and number 4. Loved them. And nobody told me that Father Brown was Dad Weasley. How cool is that? Okay, bye y'all.